Man, look at that centipede. So yeah, out here by the lake, couldn't help ourselves. 100 million degrees outside, and we're coming up here to do some, get some of this bad boy right here. Got a mid-80s short bed Chevy, and there it is. Like I need another car around, but yeah, I would imagine it's like an 82, 84 short bed Chevy pickup. It's got rallies on it. Primo shape on the interior, and the bed to it is laying over there. So yeah, what better time than now when it's 1 million degrees outside. More junk, man. Can't help it. Just want to put it right there, and you just want to put it all the way up on here.
I say all the way.
Yep. Yeah, usually on everything, that back wheel, that spot right here is perfect. Yeah. So, I guess we can tie it down now. Now we got to get the bed. So I had a little tip that I was thinking about. We just picked up this 81 through 86 Chevy. I'm not really for sure what year model it is. But whenever you have, this truck has power windows. Well, they're not all the way up. So I want to get them up before the storm rolls through again. Well, you can also see we don't have anything in here. But what I've done here is I've powered the electrical system in this truck. Usually you can find a block up here that runs that will power the fuse box. System's already grounded, so I grounded the battery, which would be the jump box, to the frame. I have the headlight switch on. We got lights burning. Headlights are burning. I don't know what else will work, but we basically powered the electrical system in this truck. So I don't know if you can see or not. Get that back a little bit further. Watch the window. It's trying, but these motors are smoked. And that is your typical 80s power window setup. So that's why, you know, 79 is usually like my cutoff on the square bodies, because they start going into more electrical stuff and everything. But I think I can work these up. I'll just have to help them out. But yeah, these 80s Chevrolet power window setups, not very good. But I mean, even with this thing as roached out as it is, which as I've looked, this truck's in pretty good shape. It's just full of junk, and we're going to clean it out. And then also, this is a real short bed frame, but this cab and stuff is not attached. And I have all kinds of bolts here, so I'm going to work on cleaning it out. I'm going to mount this cab, and then we've got to go back and get the bed, because there's only 3 of us and we couldn't pick it up and get it up here. So I may get this and take it back, and we'll take the tractor and put the bed on it. But so far, I mean, it's a real short bed pickup. Now, I'm not for sure about the cab, what that ever came off of. I would imagine it was some type of short bed, but I'm kind of wondering if, and there's a VIN number on the frame, I can match it between the VIN that's on the frame and this cab. But it had a primered bed on it, so I'm kind of wondering if this is a real short bed frame. I don't know where this came from. This may be a real short bed cab. I don't know. I'll have to do some further checking, and you guys will see. So yeah, they didn't come up because the motors are just wore out in this thing. I could ground the motor itself, and it would probably come the rest of the way up, but I think I'm going to pull that door panel and just get it up that way after I, you know, take a little time and get it up and clean this thing out. But yeah, I think it'll make a pretty decent little roller. Oh man, these grills, I don't know why people took really nice grills, but man, I think if you put like an 86, 87 center grill in that, we've got the hood, got the bumper, and I think I have all the bolts to put it back together to get it rolling. I even got another set of tires that will get it up off the rims. I don't know why they did this, probably just what they had, but it's got a good set of 8-inch rallies on it. So man, get a set of caps and rings and put on it, you could make a pretty decent looking truck. Really, you could probably get this running pretty easy because most of the dash and stuff isn't messed up. And the frame looks really nice on it. It doesn't look damaged. So I'm also going to see what rear end gears in this. I would imagine like a 342 because it's got a 10 bolt in the rear. So that tells me this is an 81 to 87 frame. So, and I guess I could look on, well, you couldn't tell on the, so good morning guys. So I got the old pickup cleaned out. It looks worse than it actually is. This thing, it blows my mind. There's hardly any rust in the cab. I still haven't got those windows to come up. I might have to take some time to take that apart. But check out how good this thing cleaned up. So it was plumb full of trash earlier. I'm talking all the way up to the top of the dash. But even the interior, I'm going to probably remove the seat and throw it away in that carpet. But I did go over, there is the, what do you call it, spid sheet or whatever they call it in the glove box. And I found out, I went over the VIN number. This is let me show you here. I did go over the axle. It's got a 273 open differential in it. This is a true short bed frame because I've went all the way over it and hasn't been cut, chopped, or anything. And another thing, if you see in that glove compartment, this is a 117-inch wheelbase. So that means that is a short bed cab and front clip and everything. So, but we do have a bed. There was a bed that was on it. It was primered gray. The guy that hooked us up with this, he decided to keep that bed, but he's got another one which isn't in that bad a shape. But we've got to go back up there and get it. But yeah, there's just, I mean, the typical cab corner rod on this. Yeah, the door's bent, but the rockers are in good shape. I mean, underneath this truck is really nice. But I did go over the VIN number, and this is a 1987 Chevy pickup. So it is a true short bed truck. 305, I'm pretty sure it's got had a 700 R4 in it. I'm not a big fan of those, but so yeah, I think I'm done with it for today. Like I said, these windows, that's why I dislike power windows. I don't like them. I like the cranks, so it's going to waste more time to take the doors apart to get the windows to roll up so it doesn't soak it out with rain. But I didn't like it's going to ruin any of the upholstery because that seat's junk, this carpet's trash, but Josh's body's pretty solid. Definitely a good truck to work with. The tilt steering wheel works. Oh, I know how we can tell what transmission. Like I said, I'm about 100% sure it had a 700 in it, but no, it didn't have the circle around the, hold on, if we see there, around the shifter. So this must have been just a 305 turbo 350, 270 gear, which to me would be just fine. Let's pop us a squat here. But yeah, the old truck's not bad. You know, a good cleaning, get this windshield out. I would almost probably swap in manual window regulators, but I was probably thinking too that maybe the cab isn't grounded because for some reason they've removed this cab. So I don't know why, unless they were planning on doing something and didn't follow through with it. But this is, I gotta find the hidden VIN number on the frame, but I've seen enough. It isn't cut, it isn't a chopped down truck. It's a good enough one. So what's next for this truck? What do we do with it? I know we got to go back up and put the bed on it. Should we get it as a good roller, pass it on to somebody else? Or should we try to locate a motor transmission, get it moving under its own power, do some burnouts? Should we, oh, here's a great idea. Should we take and make the first ever short bed to long bed conversion? Everybody wants to chop up long beds and make short beds. We could do the first short bed to long bed conversion. I'm just kidding. But no, if you guys like what we're doing, post in the comments, like the videos, subscribe, and we can keep doing more shenanigans like what we got going on. Give us some ideas. But I really appreciate everything, guys. Thank you so much.